There we go. All righty, we're recording. Okay, great. All right, guys, welcome. I think today's August 28th, 2017, and I'm Shannon Larice, one of your founding coaches for Team Legacy, and I am broadcasting right now from San Francisco, California. I just arrived today, got up at 4 a.m., just so I can get my workout in and see some sights this afternoon, but made it just back in time for this call because after this, I'm going to bed. So anyway, when I get on these flights, cross country, I don't know what you guys tend to do when you're in the air, but I listen to personal development. And so I did a couple of things today. I was thinking about one of the posts that I'm getting ready to make about looking for, people who really want to help us build this team, right? And how do you put yourself out there without being icky? And, the bottom line is that, girl, these are your goals, right? What's wrong with asking the universe for, exactly what you want? So I'm gonna ask you guys the questions that I want to know if you guys fit this role, because I listened to something today and these were things that really struck it with me. So I really need to know if these are you, because they mean a lot to me. This whole team means a lot to me. We're getting ready to close out a year. I hear how much people are struggling, and I want to help you, and I just sometimes don't know how. I want to give it to you. I want to hand it all to you on a silver platter, yet there's only so much we can give in regards to training and tools and all that kind of stuff. And then it comes down to action. So here are a couple of things that I wrote down. Mind you, literally, it's still little on a notepad. So I'm looking for women who have their shit together, okay? Who feel and walk confident even though they're scared shitless. Who does that? I do, okay? You girls might think I all got it on. I know Allie used to tell me she thought I had it all going on until she really got to know me. And then she's like, oh, I can do this. That was a great compliment. And I'm like, yes, that's so true. Because then if you're not seeing how crazy my life is and you're just stuck in your own crazy, we all have to be relatable. And to me, being relatable is such an important thing. So, all right. Women who might be satisfied with maintaining their life in what they have right now. However, you are eager to improving it even more. Would anybody agree to that? You may be so happy with everything that you have, but you know that there's more. And I'm not just talking about money. You have this burning inside desire with greatness that you can do something. You can make a difference in people's lives. And you have that tool. You know what it's doing for you. Now it's just a matter of exploding and being excited to share it. Lately I've been talking to a lot of people from the UK, and I can't believe it. It's a month away, well, a little bit more than a month, almost 2 months away from the UK launch. And every single day I'm getting new messages from these women in the UK. And I'm nervous, and I'm excited, and I start wondering if, I'm the right person to coach them. And then I'm thinking, of course I am. And of course you are, right? Because you love this. We love it. We love taking care of ourselves. It's not about perfection, but it's about doing that something for yourself every single day, right? I want to know if you are a woman who is high on energy in this life, that you can offer absolutely everything. Are you high on life? Seriously, when you walk into the room Are you a fly on the wall? Or are you like, hey, or are you the absolute person who is the center of attention? All right, Kim, awesome. I know Allie is too. I'm not. I'll be honest with you. I am not. But if you are, I want you on my team. And if you are, you should be killing this. Then show up. If you are that girl, then be that girl. How I'm not that girl. If I'm not that girl, how am I doing this? And my husband, who's an introvert, how's he doing it? He is not the man who walks into the room and starts dancing on the dance floor. He's the guy going to the bar, getting a little liquid encouragement first. Okay? So again, like guys, you have to be high on what we have to offer people. You have to, talk like Shakeology is like, I don't want to say crack because that's not cool, but but it's really good, right? It's really good. And it gives us that energy that we know that we feel every single day. And you're investing in yourself. And this book that I was reading, was talking also a little bit about financial success and how, I finished the entire book, Getting Your Shit Together. And there's a section on finances of, if you save $1 a day, what's $1 a day? But nobody really would save $1 a day. And then it's like when we talk to people about Shakeology, about it being, less than $3 a day. And people can't wrap their heads around that, right? And see that it is truly affordable. Well, yeah, you can afford to drink Shakeology. Or yes, you can afford to save $5 a day for the next 20 years. And that's going to be like, I forget what the math was, but it was over 100 grand, So it's like, just do it. Just be high on this energy that you have the best thing to offer people. And that's what they feed into. They feed into your energy. Okay. Not the product, guys. Don't lead with the product. Don't lead with, the 21-day fix or the color-coded containers. Let people feed off of your energy. Let them notice how good you're feeling. Let them compliment you. I used to be a person, and I still am sometimes, when, somebody compliments me on something, it's hard for me to receive. People don't know that about me. They're like, really? You get bashful about it? I'm like, yeah, I get really embarrassed. I don't know what it's about. I don't know why, I think it's actually sometimes, back to when I was growing up as a dancer, like it's different. You train for something, you get ready for a production, you get out on stage, and the only thing you ever expect is smiles and applause, and maybe after the show, people are like, oh, great job, but they're just saying that, they don't really know exactly who I was up there. So when people pay you a compliment, learn how to receive those compliments and thank them for it, because you deserve it. You are working really hard. Okay. I'm also looking for women who know how to strategize their time in favor of quality work. Okay. Quality work, guys. Now, I will say that quantity does matter, okay, because again, we should be talking to lots of people because at some point, when it does come down to just normal business things, it's just normal business strategy. It does come down to, and I hate calling people numbers, that's not what I mean, but the more people you talk to, the more opportunities you have for people to say yes. Or the more no's you get, the one more closer you are to a yes, right? But if you're just talking to 3 people and you got no, you got to keep going, So, but you also want to be having quality conversations. You don't want to just be like inviting, whoever. And so this brings me to like Instagram. Instagram is such a great opportunity for you to really, really, really target people who are just like you. Pick a hashtag that is very, very specific to you, right? I mean, there's got to be something, with girls with blonde hair or blue hair, or, you know, specs, hashtag specs, or, you know, I don't know. You know, just think about like who you are and the things that you like. You know, mom of two girls. Sure, you could be a mom of two girls, but you know, do they play sports? Are you I was talking to somebody the other day and I'm like, "Oh my God, I've never even thought to search Lax Mom. Why? I should totally be searching Lax Mom." I have a lacrosse player. Like, I've been a Lax Mom for my entire life. Like, why aren't I ooh, why aren't I searching that? So I just started searching that and I made some new connections, which was great. And two of them were in the UK, believe it or not. So start thinking about who you are and write those things down and just start searching them. That's the cool thing about Instagram, is that that's what it's absolutely like intended for. People to like creep on people. I think it's fantastic. Okay. I'm also looking for women who are resourceful and plentiful despite of their circumstances in work that lacks. What that means is, you know, what we do is tough, right? What we do is tough, but we have to always be being creative. We have to think of new ways we can reach people, whether it's getting out into our community and maybe, go figure, guys, talking to people like face to face, right? And not just telling people that we're doing like this Beachbody thing, but to actually like own it, right? Own it, and as so that you're not just identified as Beachbody, but you're identified as whatever you are. Okay, that person who's trying to be inspirational and encouraging to other people. So and being creative and coming up with new ways to reach people. You know, and again, when you have circumstances, when shit happens, when life hits, you know, life comes up, what happens? Do you crawl up in a ball and disappear for 3 days? Or it's the last of the month and, you know, last couple days of the month, or are you going to pedal to the metal and make sure you hit Success Club because you have $10,000, a $10,000 freaking tax bill to pay? Girl, you can so do that. I made more than that my first year in Beachbody. Yep, I sure did. But you want to know what I did? Okay. I showed up every single day. I made sure I hit Success Club every single month. I inspired 3 to 5 lives every single month, non-negotiable. They're non-negotiables, guys. So if you want to make this like something that you say you want it to be, then you got to show up, you know? And I don't mean to be so crude, and gosh, Arian, this is your first call. I'm so sweet, I promise. I just, I want this for you guys. You know, like I can't imagine how bad you want it, but I know how bad I want it for you guys. Okay. Because, you know, like I said, Stacy and I in our lives right now, we're pretty good maintaining, but we love doing this so much that this is all we want to do. So that's why we work so hard at it, you know, and it's going to take for us, it's going to take a long time to get there. For some of you, it may not take as long. You know, I don't know what kind of incomes you're trying to replace, but what if you could? What if you could double your income? You know, and just by helping people, go figure, by helping people. You know, some people want to give clothes away. Great. That's awesome. Give your clothes away. I want to help people live longer. And I'm not ashamed to be rewarded for it. And that's what we do, right? Okay, so what exactly, here's a big question. This isn't like for you to necessarily, I'm not asking you this, but this is something I need you guys to ask yourself every single day. What exactly do I have to do to get exactly what I want? Ask yourself that question every single day. Every single day you should have a goal. And I'm not just talking just strictly Beachbody. Every single day there should be a plan or a goal for the day. And then you work it out. What exactly do I have to do to get exactly what I want? And then take action. Okay? And if it's with Beachbody, it's the 4 vital behaviors. You must be the proof of the product. You must be inviting like crazy based off of the size of your goals. Kim, start inviting 100 people a day. Go for it. Make friends. Start making friends on Instagram, girl. Seriously, ask yourself that question every single day. And I love this one. Win by osmosis. Okay? Surround yourself with winners. Whatever that looks like. Whoever you think is successful, whether they are or not, doesn't matter. Whoever you think is confident, whoever you think is financially successful, whoever you think is the best dressed, surround yourself with those people. Don't steer away from those people. Feed off of their energy. Win. They are winning. Maybe there's somebody who's like so fashionably awesome, but they are the biggest bitch in the world. Don't worry. Accept that person for who they are, but recognize that they are winning at fashion. and win and feel that vibe. Just that vibe, right? You don't have to approve of all the other crap, but just, again, win by osmosis. Take those little bits of energy that people have to offer and always see the positive, all right? And then instead of waiting for an opportunity, right now, what can you change right now, today? So if whatever you have been doing hasn't been working, or maybe it has been and you're fine, right? Maybe it has been and you're very satisfied and you have, your challenger or 2 or 3, right? Or you have your little team and your tribe and they're showing up and they're all happy and everybody's getting results and it's all good. Why are you okay with that? Right? That's good. But what can you do right now to make that even more? So these were some of the things that I listened to today. And I loved this analogy that I heard about balance. I think I've said this on a call before, is that, mindset is very much something that we have to have, right? We have to be in the right frame of mind to truly be on a health journey, because otherwise people are going to yo-yo and they're just so focused on that scale. But there's really no such thing as balance. And the best analogy I heard today in this podcast I was listening to was considering the activity of a ballerina. Okay. A ballerina, to stand on one leg on her toes, to be able to balance, is not true balance. It's counterbalance. She has thousands of muscles in her legs, pulling, acting, reacting in all different directions in order to stay still and truly have balance. But it's a counterbalance. So some days, guys, the kids are going to be screaming, right? You're going to be pulling your head out of your hair. Work's going to be dropping bombs, right? The spouse is going to be unhappy because whatever, the dishes aren't done, right? Some days there are going to be those counterbalances, and we have to pick and choose what is worth it in that moment. It's worth attending to that in that very moment, right? Let it go. Forgive yourself. You might be working on this business, but sometimes you have to put it down to attend the important things in your life, because you have got to love doing this, and you have to become a master at doing this one step at a time. Because if you're trying to do 2 things at once, you're like half-assing it. If you're trying to do 3 things at once, you're a master of nothing, right? A jack of all trades, master of none. So in order to be really good at one thing, you have to give it your attention. And sometimes that's being a mom, sometimes it's being a wife, and sometimes it's being a Beachbody coach. And you have to know how to manage your time. Because if you are just like pounding this and you are not getting out and having, that counterbalance of family and friends and social life, then it takes the joy away from it eventually. And you have to be loving doing this all the time. I haven't not fallen out of love with this yet, which is pretty amazing to me. It doesn't mean it hasn't been stressful for me. It certainly has been stressful for me sometimes, but never in the way where it's drawn me so far away of where I just wanted to crawl up in a ball and not do it. So think about that. Don't worry about trying to achieve balance. Worry about working on yourself and really taking care of why you're wanting to do this in the first place. And for most of you, I think it's to be with your families more. Maybe not. Maybe you want to take more vacations. But I took a lot of notes and I'm not going to go through all of these, but I wanted to share that with you guys tonight. And I know that Stacy actually wrote down what the topic was. I forget. I don't even know what he wrote it was because I asked him to place the post. But how are you guys doing? Let's talk this out. Let's talk struggles. Let's talk, and then let's acknowledge that we're all going to get over it and move on. Okay, so let's talk some year-end goals. How about that? Share with me. Is anybody scared?
No, I'm never scared. I'll go. Am I scared about the end of the year? Yes.
What's your end of the year goal?
Well, I'm definitely going to be diamond again. And I'm going to maintain my diamond status forever. I want to be by December the 31st, I want to be making at least $600 a week. At least.
Okay. You can't be diamond. You can be diamond, but I would suggest that would be a lot of selling challenge packs.
Yes.
And so I'll just give you a little perspective. You're going to want to build some more leaders. So when we're building leaders, we have to be working on our own leadership skills as well. And we have to really truly believe that we are leaders. So I think that's a fabulous goal, Allie. I think it's totally doable.
Yep.
You have to make sure that when you are out there, you are asking, that's what you're asking for. You'll notice on the questions that I was asking for, did I ask any one of you to be fit?
Nope.
Nope. I want you guys to be fit-minded, okay? When you're fit-minded, all that other stuff falls into place, okay? It's not about what you look like. It's about how you feel. It's about how you bring yourself into this world and what you're willing to give away. And, it must be really hard when you feel like you have nothing to give, but that means you have everything to give. And it actually means you have nothing to lose. Right? All right, Allie, I'm writing it down. Allie, diamond with leaders. I'm going to say 2 stars and 600 per week. Okay. When you write it down, it comes true. You know that? Do you guys know that? When you write things down, they become real. So whatever you want, write it down. because that means you've made it real. And then tell somebody. So we're going to do that right now. That means everybody's dreams are going to come true. So who's next? Go ahead, Kim.
Well, I love what you said about being fit-minded, because my first one is to really continue making myself a priority and making my mental happiness a priority, because I've come really far these past few months and I'm in so much of a better place. So just to not go backwards, even when I fall down or stumble or any of that, just to be a better me for everybody. And then I would like to make diamond by the end of September and maintain that by the end of the year, which will be interesting, but I'll do it. I'll be on a ship with almost no internet for most of September, but I'm still going to do it. And then...
Do you have a plan?
Yeah. I have a really long
I have to
commute
move
right
because I
now,
need to.
so I've been inviting people like crazy on my commutes. I just actually did another Sagi Week post just now, so those will be the people I reach out to tomorrow on my drive in. And then anybody who gets back to me, I'll reach out to them on the way back. So yeah, I'd like to just inviting and seeing if I can actually kind of like Allie find a few more people that want to help other people as well. And then
Coaches do you have?
2.
Okay, so you're Emerald.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have. So do you know what diamond looks like?
I need a refresher.
Okay. So you have 2 coaches. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You need 6 more. And 2 of those coaches out of the 8 need to go Emerald, 1 on each side.
Okay.
So if you have 2 people in your, no, it's not a lot. If there's 2 people in your organization right now, you need a total of 10 more.
Okay.
Okay, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I have a lot of
It's
being
in
on
the
the phone.
files tab. It's in the files tab of our coaches page. Go print it out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fill it in. All right. Diamond by the end of. Have you watched Melanie Mitro's How to Go Diamond in 30 Days?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
It's a YouTube clip, right?
Go to YouTube.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Go to YouTube and just put in How to Go Diamond in 30 Days.
Okay.
There's a whole bunch of coaches that have done, have told their story, how they've done it. Okay. Now, what I don't recommend, some people do it by signing up their aunts and their uncles and their cousins and their brothers and their sisters, and then the next month they all cancel. So, I don't necessarily recommend doing that, but that's how some people do it.
No, I want to do it. Like, I want to do it with people that really want to help themselves and help other people. Yeah.
And are you searching outside of your network?
I've not. I still have so many people I feel like in mind that I have to reach out to. I don't know if I should wait to exhaust that or just go for it.
Just go for it. Just go for it. See who's liking your stuff on your Instagram and stuff, and just start messaging people.
What about people?
Well,
I have a list of people that just ignore my messages.
Don't worry about them. They're watching you. Yeah, don't worry about them. Ignore them. Go move on and go to the ones who are liking your page. People who are liking, or, if you have somebody who's ignoring you, but they keep liking your stuff, that might be worth it, but maybe not inviting them, but more or less just sending love and gratitude, hey girl notes, thinking of you notes, things like that. So, all right. Let's see. Anybody else? Where are you at, Sarah? She's like, oh. I'm only asking because you have such a beautiful story. And I don't know if you've started sharing it.
I have recently started to post more, talk more. I haven't been able to do it as much on Facebook and Instagram as I'd like to, but I'm trying to ramp that up. I do a lot of talking because I work in a big healthcare system.
Mm-hmm.
So I see a lot of people all day, every day, and people see me, and so I get a lot of questions, especially since what was that?
Have you invited?
I have invited 6 or 8 people who have all they've all shown a lot of interest. I need to reach back to them. I've given them a few days because just recently I had a table full of people interested, and I sent them some information, and I sent them a couple links to look at, and so I need to reach back with them.
So here's a little quote. Okay. Facts tell, stories sell. Okay, so you can give people all the information in the world, but then they might just be buying a product.
Right.
Okay. But if they have buy-in into your story and they're connected to your journey, that's all that really matters. Right? Because they're looking for something similar. They want that emotional contact. And they're not necessarily, they may be your biggest fans and your biggest cheerleaders and your biggest, we'll call them biggest losers, in your challenge groups. And one of them might be a business person, but do you have any goals yet that you have kind of thought about? Have you thought about like when you want to go emeralds, or what you want to do about all this?
I'd just like to make Success Club for the first time.
Awesome.
I think I want to start little. I want to, if I'm looking at like a 3-month goal, like by December, I'd like to make Success Club from September, October, November, December. So if I can get 12 people, I think for me, that's a huge success.
Excellent. I think you're exactly right. Right. When you're getting started, that's exactly what you need to be doing, is just setting those reachable goals. Yeah, attainable goals. Exactly. Like, yeah, you can totally do that. Well, perfect. And if people are responding to you, when you're worried about like what you're doing on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that, just look and see who the people are commenting and replying. Those are the people that you're going to have conversations with, because those are the ones who are showing interest. Those are
the ones who have actually came to me to ask me about it. I think because over the last several weeks I've focused so much on myself that I've started making like physical like changes, and people are seeing it, and so now they're like, well, what are you doing? Because that's what I want to do. So when I tell them what I'm doing, then they're totally interested, and then I think for me, I'm just going to have to do some follow-up.
Yeah. Follow. David Atkins says fortune is in the fall. Oh, excuse me. I don't know why I just started coughing. All righty. Let's see. Katrina, how are we doing? First time you have your challenger. She's doing so great.
Awesome. At times, like, she's doing better than I am, because I'm still getting myself acclimated to everything.
We all are.
It's a balance, and between running around with 2 kids and 2 jobs, and I'm still trying to figure it all out. But she's rocking it. And I guess my goal would probably be to, get a couple more people underneath me, work on that. It's hard for me to put myself out there yet when I feel like I have not made that much of a difference. And I know I get out of it what I put into it. And yes, I'm good doing the workouts, but I know I'm not being as diligent or I have not been as diligent as I could be or I should be with my eating. And I'm great during the day. It's when I get home and I'm like, I make dinner after dinner. It's like now I'm at a snack and I shouldn't, but I do. And it's a mess.
It's okay though. You have to, you have to forgive yourself for that. Okay. Cause you are doing so much more good for yourself. Right. So forgive yourself for that and just know that tomorrow's a new day.
Right. Like today was really good. I got my containers out. I was, I knew what I was going to make and, I come home during lunch. So, all right. So like I brought the beginning, the stuff that I packed for the first half of my day, and I have, let me show you, I have my little tally sheet.
So cute.
My little tally sheet as to what I've done so far today. And, I'm counting and I'm doing that and being more diligent about it, because, my biggest thing is I don't want to come off as what I consider to be a fraud. I got Melissa and I'm cheering her on and you're doing great. And I'm not doing what I'm saying that she should be doing, So I this weekend I kind of did a reset and I kind of sat down, figured it all out, and I'm gonna, today was day one and I did great today. I got my workout in. The only thing I'm missing is my Shakeology because I have that, I do the variety pack, which only comes with 24.
Yeah. You could
packets.
change that,
Well, what I did was I ordered an extra bag to have me carry over those, those few days. So I actually ordered the bag first. I'm waiting for the bag to come. And then, like within like 2 or 3 days of each other, I had ordered them. So, this way
Well,
next
how do
month,
you
I
feel,
won't
how do
be.
you feel, Katrina?
I feel, especially from when you and I first started doing all this together, I feel so much different. I feel better. I have a more lighter mental capacity, let's say. Like mentally, I feel so much better. Physically, I feel better. I feel like I could be better physically because I think at the point that I'm at, how long I've been doing this, I should be at a better point, but I know that's my own fault because I wasn't diligent. But that doesn't mean I can't do it now.
Well, it doesn't mean that there's an end, right? It doesn't mean that there's a finish line. It's not about perfection. It's progression.
Right.
It's just, this is part of your journey, whatever. Like it's really, you're doing it and you're not a fraud, you're encouraging her, beautifully. You are being product of the there's no being perfect at all. None of us are perfect at all. Okay. We've all drank beers together. We've all, and we had fun doing it. It's okay. Like it's life. It's teaching people that they can have their cake and eat it too. But they have to trust the process. They really do. And they have to trust the people that they are surrounding themselves with. I love that you said that you're feeling lighter, like mentally lighter.
Oh, yeah. I'm in a completely different mental capacity than I was, 2.5 months ago.
Yeah.
Completely
No, that's
different.
awesome.
And I feel mentally stronger. I'm not I don't feel called up into that ball like I was, you know. Now I'm like, I don't care, you know, I'm going to do this and I can do this and I can do it on my own,
Awesome.
you know. So
So-
I am.
You mentioned as a goal you wanted to have a few people under you. Do you know what that looks like? So the next, I guess, the first level of where you start receiving bonuses is called Emerald Coach. So that's having 2 coaches with you.
Okay.
So you should maybe make that a goal. You know, you have, is it Melissa Peluso? Melissa right now, she's coming off of her first challenge group. You'll want to encourage her.
Oh,
Or
she
probably already signed up as a coach. Yeah. So, so your next person, you know, you want to, you know, and then maybe look into trying to inspire 3 people a month, you know.
I knew I have to branch out a lot. I know you and I had the discussion about, you know, because I like to keep my Facebook private and my Instagram private. So I have to start getting into having another Instagram that I can leave it open and I can connect better with people that I don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, go ahead.
that's one of my goals.
Instagram. Start a new Instagram and make it public and just, you know, start posting away. You know, let it all be about you and self-love and, you know, this mental transformation that you're going through, right? And your physical transformation, your struggles and your, you know, your triumphs, all of it. Share it and you'll see it grows. It's pretty amazing. So Arian, tell me about you. I haven't seen you in our challenge group because you're probably with Kimmy and Allie.
Yes, I am definitely with Kimmy and Allie. Well, I met Kim during Royal Caribbean because I'm one of the singers there. So she was one of our installs when I came in kind of late. So she kind of had to catch me up on my first ship. But this, as far as Beachbody, I liked one of Kim's posts. And she was telling me about what Beachbody is, and I've purchased Beachbody and stuff like that for my mom, but I've never
mom.
Yeah, like for my mom, because she wanted to like lose weight and all other type of stuff. Back then, I mean, I was already doing enough like activity, so I wasn't really concerned about Beachbody. But being a singer on Royal Caribbean, for some of the singers, we don't really get a lot of movement. So we're just like walking and then singing, walking and singing. Then you're eating a lot and, you know, start gaining weight. And when I liked Kim's post, and I just liked Kim's spirit, period. So, I mean, I just like Kim everything. But when I liked her post, she gave me information about Beachbody. And I told her, I was like, okay, well, I'll look into it, you know, see what it's about. Kind of looked into it, took some time, and then I was like, yeah, I don't think I really want to do it. And she was like, okay, well, just tell me some reasons on why. And I was like, okay, nobody really asked me that question. Okay. Well, and I told her, I was like, well, I don't think I'm going to be very consistent with keeping up with like the challenge group and working out every day and, you know, eating like I need to eat and, you know, just, I don't think I'm going to be very consistent. And then it was just a fear of not being consistent and be like, okay, see, I knew I wasn't going to be able to do it. But then she was like, you know, well, it's a good thing that you already are looking at that and you already know what that is. Just kind of move past that fear. And so my goal was to really just strengthen up my lower body because I had surgery some years ago and I never really kept up with the exercises. So everything is overcompensating. So I can't really do too much high intensity stuff. So I was like, all right, well, I said, it seems like this is the year to face all of my fears head on. So this is like probably like my second or third fear that I'm facing on to try to conquer being consistent and rewiring how I think, you know. Mm-hmm. And so I moved past it and I said, okay, let me join. And I asked Kim probably like a million questions at all times of the night. And I was like, I feel so bad. But she's like, no, this is what I'm here for. And I was like, all right. And so far, I mean, I'm enjoying it. My first week, I was just like, wow, I feel so like energized. I can think clearly. You know what? Let me sign up for that acting class that I've been saying I was going to sign up for like 2 years. And then I finally did it. And, just I'm enjoying it so far. I mean, I'm still learning about the meal planning. Like every day is definitely not perfect. But I don't really beat up on myself for that. I just say, you know what? Well, today I didn't hit it. Let's try again tomorrow. Let's try for the next week and just find different strategies of it getting better. And I ask questions over and over again as much as I can and be transparent, because I feel like when you see other people being transparent and seeing that they're not being perfect, it kind of helps you to be more transparent and human and say, okay, it's okay for me not to be perfect, even though none of us are perfect. But a lot of people mentally think that we have to do everything by the book and it needs to be this right now. And if I don't, I'm a failure, So I'm just, moving past all of that and just continuing and taking it step by step and, just learning. So
Yay.
that's my story.
You are so inspirational. It's beautiful. No, absolutely. Because, you mentioned that whole facing your fears. Like, what are you scared of? Failure.
Exactly.
Like, failure of what? Failure of what? Like, failure of not doing the plan? Well, you weren't doing the plan in the first place. So what are you going to fail at? So, no, but it's very true that this is the mindset that people go through on their journey, and they realize that, okay, I can do this, and here you are, and you're feeling energized, and you're getting stuff done, and that's awesome. So welcome to the team.
I
Glad
just
you're
have
here.
to say, I'm so proud of Ariane. She's re-motivated and re-inspired me. She has shown up every single day. Her Shakeology recipes are sick. Like her sweaties, I mean, she already just she's beautiful, but like, I don't know how someone can be so beautiful when they're dripping sweat. Like she's such a beautiful energy in this group. Like she's just rocked this first challenge. I'm so proud of her. So
That's awesome. Keep that energy going, and then make sure you're sharing it, because that's, again, like being a coach. Like sometimes we get so wrapped up in like the fear of inviting someone because they might say no, right? But I don't know, you guys could probably repeat this verbatim because I say it all the time, but if you come to Charlottesville, I am definitely going to take you to my favorite restaurant, or I am definitely going to make you my favorite meal that I love to make for people. And so it's no different than me sharing what I love very much that makes a huge difference in my life with other people. So that's very much how I treat this business, is that I'm sharing something that means a lot to me with you. If you don't want to have it because you don't think you like it, then fine. But you don't know until you try it. Right? Isn't that what we tell our kids? You don't know until you try it. But anyway, all right, guys. Well, good. I think it's really important that we write down goals. Okay. I think we have to know what we're working for. We have to know what we're working towards, okay? Because nobody likes just going, you might like what you do in your jobs, but nobody just likes going to a job and not knowing why they're doing it, right? It's got to bring you some joy, okay? You may have the best job ever. I mean, I have a pretty cool job. I'm in San Francisco right now. But it's just not where my overall heart is. It's what I have to do right now, and it's still pretty cool. But you know, there's just this amazing thing that we get to share with people every single day. And knowing that that can be something that you can truly, honestly do as a career, to me is amazing. So yes, I'm going to do it. And that's it. And I guess I shouldn't say anymore that I'm going to do it. I should say I am doing it. I just, my kids weren't in college. I probably would have left my job already. But they are, and I don't want to be in debt. So this is what I'm doing right now, and it's absolutely worth every sleepless hour, you know, to help people. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So do you guys have anything that I can do for you this week? Does everybody know about our coffee and cocktails Thursday night? That is an opportunity for you to invite somebody to the coaching opportunity to learn more about what we do as coaches. So if you know anybody who is just kind of like, what do you do as a coach? Add them to that group so they can learn more. Okay, if you have someone who's thinking about becoming a coach because they're in a challenge group right now, invite them to coffee and cocktails. It's Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have, I should have said all this in the beginning, but we are in the middle of our Crock-Pot Week right now, which is going to go right into our Week of Hard Labor with Sagi. And then on September 11th, we have 2 challenge groups starting, one called the Skinny Jean Project, and the other one is called, is for couples, and it's called Back to Us. And I would still like to run that challenge group, even if it's just coaches and their spouses, or even if it's, you know, moms and their daughters, or best friends, or even sisters, because I think it should be about relationships, period. We can all do better in our relationships. So that's what a lot of the posts are going to be geared around, not just spouse things. So yeah, those are the 2 groups that we have coming up. And those sign-up sheets, I think, are already up. I gotta double check that. Let's see, am I missing anything, Allie, that you can think of?
I'm glad you mentioned the happy hour, because that's what I was going to mention. So I think you hit everything.
There is, I also said we're having a contest for this month. For those of you who missed the call last week, because I don't think I posted the recording, I have a free ticket to come with me to San Diego, and I am offering it to our September and August, our August and September top coach. The rules is that you have to hit Success Club in both months. And for September, you have to hit it by September 13th. And the person who has the most points by September 13th between last week and, so last week's points counted, and then up to September 13th, I'm keeping track. I'm going to reward that person with a ticket to come with me to the High Performance Academy for 4 days in San Diego. Okay? You just got to get there. All right? For those of you who don't know what that is, it's a huge opportunity to go to a personal development weekend with one of the best personal development leaders in the industry right now. His name's Brennan Bouchard. Look him up. Super cool guy. Beautiful story. He spoke at our summit this year. I'm taking his online coaches master's class right now. It's not about Beachbody. It's totally separate from Beachbody. It's just about taking yourself and bringing yourself to the next level. So no matter where you are, no matter what kind of person you are, it's always learning to strive more. And I know, and I have known my entire life, that I've always been an achiever. I always know how to get things done, but I'm not always first place. And I'm okay with, and I've always been okay with that, but I'm ready to win. And I don't know how to win. So I need some training. So that's what I have been going through, and I have this extra ticket, and I would like to be able to offer it to somebody who really, really wants to go, but you got to work for it. Okay. Because you don't get things for free. I paid for mine. I paid a lot of money for actually both tickets, and I'm going to give it to you, but you got to work for it. Okay. And if you hit Success Club in both months, I have a prize for everybody. Personally, from my heart, I have something for everybody. So let's see it. 2 months. Although everybody on this call already said, although Arian, we don't want to like dip her in too hard, too fast. But, I already know she's going to be knocking it out of the park because she seems very inspiring to me. But again, guys, what we do is we love what we do and we give it away. It's the best gift ever, right? One that you're able to share with people. So let's do it. Let's get out there. Let's change lives. Okay. I love you guys. Good night. Bye. Oh, tomorrow, 8:30, is the 4th Coach Basics training call. Okay. The following Tuesday will be our new Coach Getting Started Right call. Same time, Tuesdays at 8:30. Okay. So this is the 4th week of Coach Basics training. Okay. Tuesday, 8:30, not Thursday. Good night. Bye. How do I stop this?